ready for an insane seller's market. Dude. Anthony Beauvillier got a second round pick. I'm gonna have Anthony Beauvillier gets a second round pick. That is insane. That is crazy to think, my man. There's definitely something here. But we do have some breaking news. I need to cut off this immediately. Charlie Coyle has just been traded to Colorado. They're saying it's for Casey Middlestad. So, Mr. Charlie Coyle, welcome. I'll be using this a lot. This is Hockey DB. This is my go-to here. Let me throw on some music here while we ramble about all the video and all the good stuff here. Got a lot of trades to go over today. First off, Mr. Charlie Coyle, welcome to Colorado. No, I want Coyle. There we go. No. I don't want Coyle. Yep, Charlie Coyle's having a down year, but I'm surprised he's getting traded for Middlestad, but I mean, he does have the value, does have the contract. Boston sucks, by the way. Just FYI, it's always a good thing when he's not good, but seems like a change of scenery trade, if anything. That's the only thing I'm getting out of this. But welcome to each and every one of you here. Yep, just confirmed Casey Middlestad for Charlie Coyle and a 1-for-1. Hopefully getting a change of scenery for both guys. Not the only trade that Colorado's made to improve their depth down the middle. Luke Cunnin, bottom 6 forward going to Columbus, to be determined value. Mikko Rantanen is back on the move again. He has signed a $12 million deal, which is crazy to think because he wanted 14, but it is tax-free. He's going for Logan Stankoven. It's supposed to be 2 first-round picks. It's not two choix de filature. Get your French shit out of the way, TSN. Speak American like a real man. But it's also going to be a 3rd and a 4th round pick, I believe, that are going to... 2/3, I believe, are also going to Carolina. But that's a downgrade. In terms of return value, I mean. Because Rantanen, he was very underwhelming. And I mean very underwhelming in Carolina. He just did not fit their system. He was averaging 40 points a season. Like a half-point game pace. 2 goals. He had flashes, but it just never panned out there. And not to mention that, as well, Taylor Hall hasn't been doing well either. But Taylor Hall is a little more of an excuse. He's just Taylor Hall. He's just doing his stuff there. Just doing his thing. Also, another big trade. Toronto has finally made a move. Scott Laughton and a 4th and a 6th going to Toronto. Scott Laughton, 1 year left in the deal. 50% retention for a conditional 1st and a prospect, Nikita Grebenkin, who has top 6 upside, but as I said, could be a hit or miss. Toronto gave up a 1st round pick for Scott Laughton, which is crazy to believe. Laughton has upside, but he's a third line center. But Toronto did need a 3rd line center, but this is the price you're going to pay. Brandon Tanev got a 2nd round pick. Declined Brandon Tanev. He's an energy forward. Welcome back to Winnipeg, Brandon. Is his final year of his deal. He's getting a 2nd round pick. Luke Schenn, who was first traded to Nashville to Pittsburgh from Nashville for a 2nd and a 4th. My question is why didn't Trotz just trade Schenn for that return? But what do I know? I couldn't tell you. Another big trade, though, the Dylan Cousins trade has finally moved through. He is being traded for Josh Norris, 2 $7 million cap hits being traded for one another. Jacob Bernard Docker also going for Dennis Gilbert and like a flip. And Ottawa's getting a 2nd round pick, too. Once again, this is just a hockey trade. It would not shock me if Dylan Cousins gets good because he leaves Buffalo. Buffalo is a shit pile, and Cousins is having a down year. Cousins, I believe, has like 12 goals. Something like that. So, Cousins does have talent, but it's just, he signed a big extension here. He has 6 years left on it, and they're just trying to get out of it while they still can. Josh Norris, on the other hand, he's been dealing with injuries. And I think the thing is, they see upside in both. Once again, it's a hockey trade. Cousins, little younger, like about 21 months. But at the same time, they're just trying to get a jolt in some fashion. That's my belief there. Andrei Kuzmenko is leaving Philadelphia. Praise, rejoice to John Tortorella. He no longer has to deal with his slow speed and lazy play. Going to the LA Kings in their playoff push with a 7th round pick for a 3rd. And also, welcome to the seller's market, Anthony Beauvillier being traded for a 2nd round pick. Also, this is an incredible trade by Edmonton, by the way. A conditional 1st and Carl Berglund for Jake Wallman. Jake Wallman, if you remember, got traded in October for future considerations. So, Yzerman has to be punching himself right now. And just because he's done very well in San Jose. He had a few good years there, but they had that logjam. They needed to play Simon Edvinsson. So he's getting a conditional 1st round pick and just a body to make sure the roster works. So I don't think Berglund's really going to do anything, but once again, it's a conditional 1st that doesn't. And you get a 1st round pick for a guy future considerations, that's good wheeling and dealing. Even if it is a late 1st. Solid move there. Oliver Shillington, this is part of the previous trade with the Islanders. I'll get to that in a moment for the legendary future considerations. Brock Nelson. This is the 2nd trade they made for the center. William Dufour is a minor league forward. Brock Nelson. They could not agree to extensions in New York. He is leaving the island. For Oliver Shillington, who just got traded, Callum Ritchie, a 1st round pick in 2026 and a 1st rounder in 2028. Callum Ritchie, the 1st round pick a few years ago, played 7 games when Colorado was down to hell in terms of their injury report. So, Islanders seeing the end of the wall. Kyle Palmieri is apparently not in play. Justin Brazeau, who's been a pretty solid story in the 3rd line for Boston, beginning their sell-off as well for Mark Kuznetsov and a 6th round pick. I believe, I thought Jakub Lauko was also going in that trade, but I might be wrong. Carson Soucy going to the Rangers for their playoff push, and everything has gone their way right now. So there's that too. For a 3rd round pick, Riley Smith, the original misfit, going back to Vegas. Never really worked out in New York, never really worked out in Pittsburgh. Brendan Brisson, who's having a really down year, but once again, has 1st round pedigree and a 3rd round pick. The 3rd round's going to San Jose, so it's a solid 3rd. Nico Sturm, adding to the bottom 6 in Florida for a 4th round pick. Brian Dumoulin's getting a 2nd and a prospect. That's all you need to know. I know the Ducks are retaining 50% of that salary, but I'm just saying right now. 2nd round pick for Brian Dumoulin? Okay. Well, whatever you say. And here's the trade that doesn't make sense for Nashville. Tommy Novak's having a down year, but Bunting's out for the year, I believe, with appendicitis and a 4th round pick, which they recouped anyway, for Luke Schenn and Novak. Why don't you just trade Schenn? But what do I know? Vince Desharnais, who was in the Marcus Pettersson trade, going to San Jose. He's just 7th pairing defenseman, 5th round pick. Bjorkstrand and Gord going to Tampa Bay Lightning. They're loading up. They believe that the next 2 years are now. Because, I mean, think about it. McDonough's 34. Victor Hedman's 35. You have a bunch of guys heading into their 30s. This is your moment. And I feel like this is their time to strike. And they trade 2 1st round picks, Mikey Eyssimont and a 2nd. But once again, those are probably going to be late picks. So that's the main thing there. Florida's answering nets, apparently Vitek Vanacek. Good luck with that. Hopefully Bobrovsky doesn't get hurt. Boston also continuing to sell off Trent Frederick and Max Jones. Going to Edmonton for a 2nd and a 4th. And Max Vonner, who is like an AHL depth guy. Here's the reality here. You know how messed up this market is? Seth Jones has got value. Seth Jones. Spencer Knight actually had a really good start in Chicago versus game and a conditional 2026 first. The retention will get his salary to about $7 million, which is a lot more reasonable for Seth Jones. Florida's just trying to replace Brendan Montour. So if it works out, great. If not, well, at least you have a cup. Gustav Nyquist, welcome back to Minnesota. It's being traded for a 2nd round pick. As I said, that's the price. That's the price. It's bottom 6 forwards get a 2nd round pick. 3rd pairing defenseman, 2nd round pick, maybe more. Middle 6 forwards are getting a 1st. Ryan Lindgren, the whipping boy, the Rangers is off. Same as Jimmy Vesey. What am I doing? With Calvin DeHaan and Yusuf Parsonen going the other way. New York's just trying to shuffle and shake, and it's working out. So what do I know? And that is the trades that have occurred so far. Couple big moves we're looking at right now. Mainly John Gibson could be on the move. Hopefully trade him to Pittsburgh for and eat Tristan Jarry's contract, please. Please. Dan Vladar on Forsberg minor. Ivan Provorov could be in play. David Savard. He'll probably get a second or first round pick. Radko Gudas, the lumberjack. The captain. If somebody trades a first round pick for Mario Ferraro, I'm going to laugh in their face. That's all I'm going to say. Bowen Byram is apparently in play, but he's excess goods. Ristolainen might be in play, but they want a first-round pick for him. Yeah, good luck with that. Keandre Miller has always been in play. Ricard Raquel is your big piece. He might get multiple first-round picks with the way things are playing right now. Raquel's been very good. Nick Bjugstad, another piece. Ryan Donato's been very good. He's another piece, but Donato might actually be staying in Chicago. Ryan Strome could potentially be an option. O'Reilly, I've been hearing his name. Tanev's already gone. Lawton's already gone. Braden Shen, they're looking to offload that contract. He's got 4 years left, though. Anderson, they're trying to offload, once again, has more term. Armia probably gets traded. Besser, Zegras, they're looking. Middlestad's already on the way out. But that's really it. It's confirmed Casey Middlestad going to Charlie Coyle. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. If you are into the selling market. And we do have an upgraded trade. Let's bring out the trade market. Peter Mrazek and Craig Smith. Peter Mrazek going home to Detroit when they thought he was the future. He's going for Joe Veleno. Joe Veleno, if you ever played NHL 15 or 16, I believe, he turned into a generational talent. But I will say, welcome home. Welcome, welcome, welcome home. Peter Mrazek, by the way, I mean, as I said, if Peter Mrazek is being traded for, and Peter Mrazek hasn't been good in like 5 years. The guy with a sub 900 save percentage is being traded. And I know Veleno's been having a down year too, but still. Veleno still has some value. He's more or less just getting muscled out by other players, but the main thing. Oof. Welcome back to Detroit. Welcome back. Jonathan Kovacevic's been extended 5 years for $4 million a season. It's happening. Bring out the Ron Paul meme. Rantanen does have the deal, $12 million AAV for 8 years, which is surprising, but it is tax-free. But that's the main thing. It's Mikko Rantanen, you are a Dallas Star. Congratulations. Plop alongside Jason Robertson and have yourself a day. Have yourself an absolute day. But welcome, guys. How y'all doing? I know we're talking about all the mad stuff there. Oh, Jeff Skinner gets traded for a bag of peanuts. Hey, Max. Stuart Skinner, I should say. We do have a slightly used Tristan Jarry available in Pittsburgh. Well, here's my thinking. If Cam Talbot gets traded, we go to old Puckpedia here. I still miss Cap Friendly. I like the design a little better. But if the Washington Capitals want to take the people from Puckpedia or Cap Friendly, tough shit. But yes, they do have, and Mrazek still has term, which is hilarious. Cam Talbot and Alex Lyon are both, but I doubt they trade Lyon. He's been very good. Does anyone want Justin Holt? You might get a third for him. Trade him to Toronto again, or trade him to Pittsburgh. Kyle Dubas likes him. I just had a couple picks. Penguins have the most picks of anyone right now. Let's see here. I'm just trying to get some analytics here. Yep, Craig Smith, more or less, is going to be a bottom six type right now. And Mrazek is just being Mrazek. Charlie Coyle, Middlestad is, as I said, this is just a change of scenery trade for both. Because you're hoping Middlestad gets it together, and Charlie Coyle is more or less for playoff depth support down the middle six. What did Luke Cunning get? Did he get his second? No, it doesn't look like they have anything yet, but, I mean, Cunning is just Apparently more involved. So Middlestad is not the only piece going to Boston, and Coyle as well. And they've confirmed Craig Smith and Mrazek for Joe Veleno. But Cunnin is more, fourth line type. I mean, as I said, with the rate things are going, you could probably get a second for him. Fun times. Fun times. Hold on here a second. Did it manually go to... Thought I automatically did this. Okay, does this sound better? Because I didn't realize Caleb apparently sounds echo-like. I didn't realize that was. But my issue there is... It's annoying because it should be a default setting. My default setting's on this microphone. But for whatever reason, it's not. Yep, Sunoi Middlestad is getting traded. I don't understand why it's just... Lyon's been better. He had a couple moments, but I think it's one of those things there. James Lindsley, days of our Penguins. No, James. We are riding the tank. We are going to tank for Gavin McKenna and Landon Dupont, and you will enjoy that. Love that much. Adjuncts, AJ, nothing yet on Besser. But once again, final year of his deal, I think he might end up going. And Nick Shannon, who's ready for full-on insanity? Chaos is afoot for now. Give it time. Give it time, Nick. Blinky for 5. My Wild need offense. Our goaltending and defense are stout, but also our stars need to stop falling asleep, for God's sake. Don't forget, Blinky, you are without Kirill Kaprizov. He is your big piece. I know Minnesota has added some offensive punch for Justin Brazeau, but at the same time, you do need some high-end offensive firepower. Question is, do you want to pay the premium for it? Ricard Raquel's right there if you want it, but once again, are you going to be able to? You are fighting to stay out of a wildcard spot. Colorado has made their moves. What does Minnesota do? Beautiful stuff. Deeds for 10. Stars are screwed. I don't know about that. They didn't really give up much. Stankoven hasn't been bad. He's just has an issue of finishing. So they're just trying to make their all-in push. They've been very close for a number of years, and they're just trying to get it there. Stankoven has a lot of talent. But once again, it's just a finishing issue. If they can tap into it in Carolina, they'll do really well, but I think they were trying to shoot for Wyatt Johnston here. And I don't think they were getting Wyatt Johnston. Maybe they would have added Maverick Bork in a past trade, but still, it's... yeah. It's really about it. Okay. Cody Glass is going to New Jersey. Updated from Elliot Friedman. Cody Glass. So, dude, if we get another, second or third round pick for Cody Glass, I'm going to laugh. Because Cody Glass, he's okay. He's a decent defensive forward. But he's not going to be this. And remember, Nashville got rid of this deal with a third and a sixth for just roster filler in Jordan Frasca. He's just an AHL guy, roster filler. I can prove it to you. It's just roster filler. A couple ECHL, AHL guy, maybe a very slim chance of making it. But once again, if Cody Glass is able to do things, he is going to New Jersey. He's going to be a Devil. And once again, it's another question of what the hell is Barry Trotz doing, because it's not looking good. Smeg Magician, dear God, Fitz, please do anything for a top 6 the Devils have needed since Toffoli left. Well, Cody Glass isn't your top 6 option. He's a depth option, so, yeah. Ooh. Crew Kid 52, Mr. Peeing Tree Man, I'm interested in your thoughts of Chris Drury's set of moves. They've been interesting. He's just trying to shake things up to try and jolt a beleaguered core. JT Miller has worked out very well. So if we look at their trades right now. Riley Smith being flipped. He didn't really work out. Ryan Lindgren, whipping boy, didn't work out. You replace him with Carson Soucy, who hopefully improves that back end. Calvin DeHaan, He is more of a third pairing guy right now. Juuso Parssinen, once again, just a guy. He's going to be a bottom sixer right now. Does have some upside in terms of youth. Trying to accrue extra draft picks as well. But most or less just trying to flip them, make sure everything's all neat and dandy there. But your big piece was obviously JT Miller. And JT Miller is your piece. And in terms of the standings right now, the Rangers, I believe, are going to be very close to a playoff spot. If I can look at the standings real quick here. I just hate how they don't have, like, this standings, like, lined up. But that's just a minor gripe I have. The Rangers, I believe, would be in a playoff spot. Or very close. They're tied with the Senators right now. I believe they have tiebreaker. Because they have the one extra game. Columbus clinging on to dear life. The Islanders are still there. Flyers are hanging on. Bruins are in free fall, which is why they're selling. I do want to show this real quick because this is truly one of the moments.
Right in front of the Bruins.
This was last night.
Now it's given away. Jarvis shot. He scores!
If that's not the Bruins season in a nutshell, I don't know what is. Tries a clearing pass. The stick breaks. It goes right to Seth Jarvis. By the way, thanks Toronto for giving him to him. And Corpusalo can't make a save. So, Boys Club, everyone. Boys Club, have fun. Truly have fun with that. Any update on Cody Glass so far? Nothing yet. We have about 35 minutes until the end of the deadline. The Bruins get Zellers in a second. Colorado gets a 2026 third. So Zellers is... I have to look up who Zellers is real quick. William Zellers? Yep, I believe this is the correct guy. William Zellers is actually having a pretty good year this year. Probably going to be going to college soon. Had injuries or played in high school. So he was traded with as well. So this is the piece that's going as long with the second round pick and Middlestad. So it's definitely a buy for Colorado. But at the same time, plenty of time to go around. A lot of pieces they need. No, I don't care about TSN. I'm doing my own shitty stream right here. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, though. I truly appreciate that in all my ways. Thank y'all for being here. We have over 1,000 people somehow watching me ramble. Appreciate you. Thank you very much as well. JMRGG, a couple big moves from the Penguins as well. Anthony Beauvillier has been traded for a second. Cody Glass has been traded to the Devils. Not sure. Well, QCN, here's the thing about Marshand. He's like a Matt Cook. They always dog Marshand like him, but if he were on your team, you love the guy. It's always been one of those things. Yeah, New Jersey has a huge problem, too. Actually, a couple teams have a huge problem. St. Louis, Colton Parayko, he's probably out for the year, so they're in trouble. Jack Hughes out for the year, too. So the question is, does New Jersey go bold, or are they just trying to do a half-hearted replacement with Cody Glass? That ain't going to do it. David the Ring for 5. How about clickbait tree and sniping Perna into that punishment? David the Ring, I appreciate you, my man. I don't have to do anything, and I still have a few punishments I have to take care of right now. LMFAO, carry on with the great NHL analysis tree. Cheers of the weekend, dude. Thank you. Thank you for a weekend, man. I've got a video coming out after this, just to let you know. So it's done. I am ready and waiting, and I'm going to release that once this shitty stream is done. Beautiful stream, I should say, because the worst stream in the history of streams. Sean Pinkerton. Penn's having 6 picks in the first 3 rounds in the next 3 years. Is having that many picks in the first 3 in NFL draft similar to NFL's as far as rebuilding? I'd say so. I think the thing, Arizona had that thing for a long time. Like, they just hoarded on draft picks. If you look at the Penguins standing right now, they actually have the most draft picks of anyone in the next 3 years. They acquired a second-round pick from Washington, so they got that back. It's going to be a downgrade, but still a second. And if everything stands right now, they would have 2 first-round picks. They'd have their own, and they also have the Rangers for a later pick to play with. 3 first-round picks as well. So these will be later. This will be an earlier one. So they'll have extra pieces there. They do have Chicago's 5th and the Rangers' 5th. They have a lot of picks later on as well. A couple thirds. They have the St. Louis 3rd from next year. because of the Kevin Hayes trade. They needed that back for Broberg and Holloway. The Winnipeg Jets, they also have their second in the Luke Schenn deal, as well as San Jose's third. I believe this is for a few other things, such as life itself. Boom, ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. Sorry, I gotta move this back here. Tyler Thomas, there's still a fire sale in Trashville, and it's not even a good fire sale. I know they've moved a few pieces, but it depends if they move Ryan O'Reilly. Such is life. Yeah, Montreal, they also have a few extra picks. I believe Utah still has picks too. Not a ton left, but they still have a good bit. Mason Michelli, or Matthias Michelli, might also be in play. He's also been rested. Justin Rantanen has been traded. He is a Dallas Star. Gets an 8-year, $12 million per year extension. So a lot of money. He's not getting the 14 though that he wanted, and he was not getting 14. Canucks fan 94. The only way I see the Canucks trading Besser is if JR and Alvin believe that Lekaramaki can come up full-time next season and replace him as the team scorer. Here's the problem with that. If I look up Brock Besser's contract, he's going to be a UFA after this year. That's why they might trade him. Pius Suter's also a UFA, but Besser, with his issues right now, I mean, he's been struggling. He hasn't been the greatest this year. He has had a down year. Remember, he had 40 goals last year, only has 18. He might be shooting for around 25-ish. That's the problem. That's why they might want to get rid of him and at least recoup some value. They have a few updates right now, but nothing insane per se. Lankinen did get extended for $4.5 million per year, which, yeah, Kevin Lankinen's getting $4.5 million. He's been saving their ass, but I think that means Thatcher Demko's days are done, which is a shame because Thatcher Demko is a damn good goalie. That kind of ruined him. Does Elias Pettersson go? That's the question. Because, once again, the no movement clause kicks in next season. And I think it'd be a mistake for them to move on from Pettersson, but you have to keep all options on the table. We actually got a third-round pick for Cody Glass. That's the kind of market we're in right now, boys. Cody Glass gets a third-round pick. So, if you actually think about this from a Barry Trotz perspective, Cody Glass got 2 third-round picks and a 6th. That's some good work from Dubas, especially for a guy they were trying to get rid of. He has RFA rights. And Major L to Barry Trotz again. And it's, I don't know what to tell you. I think it's a good deal for Pittsburgh, but once again, it's Nashville got rid of the deal. They added picks, and the Devils are getting a third rounder as well. So excuse me, I have to shitpost real quick. I have to do a lot of shitposts. So here's the official trade. Charlie Coyle and a 2026 Boston 5th round pick. Going for Casey Middlestad, Will Zellers the prospect, former 3rd round pick. And a conditional 2025 second, David Pagnotta. Live. As Carolina explores more moves, I wonder if they tried to pick the tires on Brad Marchand. Marchand eventually in play. Once again, Boston's been terrible. So they could move on. Final year of his deal. There's your big piece. You have a couple big pieces that could be moving. More pieces to come, allegedly, in this Cody Glass deal, so might be more returning on the way, too, so we will see. Also some minor league players, so it's just a minor swap. As I said, it's a bottom 6 forward, so you're more or less just using him as, like, depth. He's solid depth, don't get me wrong, but he is not fulfilling that top 10 pick pedigree. Joe Veleno, once again, fourth liner. Oh, by the way, the Titans are a mess. They're releasing Harold Landry. So have fun with that. John Robinson and his consequences. Hint, hint. That the Titans are in proxy what this next video's on. It's not on the Titans as a whole, but who knows. Wyatt Johnson contract announcement expected, so he will be getting an extension. FYI there. Besser, they're highlighting him on the trade block right now. Sean Pinkerton, if the Pens win the lottery, they draft Schaefer. Either Schaefer or Misa. Those are the two names that are mostly at the top. Next year and the year after, the ones you want to win the lottery for, because you have Gavin McKenna and Landon Dupont. Well, Ryan Bobrow, I'm sorry. It's one of those things. Well, B-22, the Jets did make a move. They did acquire Luke Shen as third pairing support. Well, Suno, you have to remember, there are a lot of top 10 picks that don't pan out. Elias Anderson, Vitaly Kravtsov, they didn't pan out. Well, James Higgins is still there. I don't know if he's going to be a top, first overall pick. He'll probably be top 5. And Urho Vakanainen, who was acquired in I believe, the Jacob Trouba trade, as a 2-year, $1.55 million per year extension. Charles Grobner, top prospects. There's no real consensus top prospect. It's either Nolan Schaefer or Michael Misa. Those are the two that are usually there. Luke Cunnin got traded for a 4th. I'd like it if Raquel got traded for a couple more firsts. The Pens aren't doing shit. They suck. Look, if they're giving up first shot goals every single day, might as well just get rid of people. Sunoi, oh, exactly. The thing is, scouting's an inexact science, and also they don't get drafted in college, Sunoi. They get drafted when they're 18. So there's a lot more development there. For example, there have been some number 1 picks that haven't panned out. Niall Yakupov is the most recent one. He fizzled out big time. Well, Tyrone States, dude, if the Dallas Stars signed that Klingberg deal, you'd be burying that right now. It's, yeah. Garrison Fuentes for 5. I'm a bit late. Thoughts on Pens as well as the Stars being cup favorites after the Rantanen trade. I don't know if the Stars are cup favorites per se. I think they're solid, but at the same time, you still got to get past Winnipeg. You still got to get past Colorado or Minnesota. The Central's a gauntlet. And the Atlantic's a gauntlet too. I mean, you Florida, Toronto, and Tampa Bay all gunning for those positions. It wouldn't shock me if the cup contenders come out of the Metro and Pacific, just because it's just brutal. Who knows? MKI Sports is, what we're lacking is Phil Kessel. Phil Kessel, the American Dream. I'm wearing my Winter Classic jersey. Let's do it. Actually, I got this on auction, but it was like $20. I'm like, whatever, I'll take it. All the good stuff there. To get signed by an NHL team. I'm eating my hot dogs while I speak this. Hey, Penguins. 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 Sign him. Sign Phil Kessel. He's not going to be good. It's bad. Oh, Sakala. Yeah, Nolan Patrick had concussions. That's why he couldn't sign him. It was a shame. I mean, it was a promise undone, but once again, you can't do anything about concussions. The Pens had a player like that too, Zachary Lazon, Jeremy Lazon's brother. He was a second-round pick. Lost it first year, had a career-ending concussion. That's what did it. Yep, Wyatt Johnston has been re-signed. So Wyatt Johnston has been confirmed. He has been extended. So let's see here. So here it is. Brock Besser is on the ice an hour plus before the deadline. But the contract talks have resumed, so who knows what's happening with Besser. 1 hour to go. Paul Bissonnette talking shit like he always does. General stuff there. Quinn Hughes, such as life. These are made trades with each other. Oh, the Dodgers and Giants. It wouldn't shock me one bit. Like, they're rivals, man. And Jakob Lauko. Let me look up this Wyatt Johnston trade. Or this extension real quick. What is being extended to? Ooh, a 5 by 8.4. That's actually a pretty solid bridge deal. For Dallas, I mean. Because he's averaging about a point per game. And he's going to be able to kick in again. Because Johnston is 21. This is going to buy out his arbitration years. Maybe one free agency year. And it's going to get him nice and paid. And then he'll cash in when he becomes a free agent. So, good piece of business there by Johnston. Stankoven's on his way out. So, Dallas making business. And that probably means the end of Jamie Benn in Dallas. Excuse me. I wonder if they try and buy out Tyler Seguin. Because of his injuries, too. Because that's the real issue. What would it cost to buy him out? Yeah, you can't buy it out. So you'd be better off just keeping him, see if you can stash it on LTIR. And it just confirmed the Wyatt Johnston extension, 8.4 for 5 years till 2030. Him and Hintz locked up till 2031. Haskin until 2029, as well as Lindell. So you have your core locked up. You only have to really extend Thomas Harley, but you can do that in the offseason. Ottinger locked up long-term, too. They did that earlier. So solid bit of business there by Wyatt Johnston and the Stars. Tax-free, baby. Tax-free. Lucan and the Sharks. Stuff there. Don't worry, Dangle. They made a trade. They made a trade. They made one whole trade. One whole trade. Beautiful stuff there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Pierre Lebrun. Let's see what else we got here. Mikko Rantanen's joining TSN. The NHL network is doing the TSN feed for the deadline, so we'll probably get Mikko there too. Minor league players getting swapped as well, but otherwise relatively quiet. We have 20 minutes left in the deadline, so make sure you get your crams in. Make sure everything's good. Try and relax a little bit. Have a couple drinks. Well, not yet. Wait a little bit to get those drinks. But same thing there. We're getting to the nitty-gritty. Katie Novaneko, I think it's worth noting Rantanen is nearly 30, and the NHL signed him for 8 years. I love the guy, but he's going to be 37 or so by the end of the contract. Well, we have to look at what the buyout is real quick. So Mikko, right now, he is not confirmed in Carolina. But we don't know the main concerns about that contract right now. I am under the assumption that Mikko is going to be on a full no movement clause. Correct. He is on a full no movement clause for all 8 years. So right now he is 28. So fortunate thing is he'll be 35, 36 by the end of that deal. Maybe 36, 37. So it's going to be a heavy deal. It's going to be a lot. He got pretty much a relatively similar deal, but now it's a full no movement clause. He'll be signing that with Dallas. It has not performed the buyouts yet, but this is where a potential lockout is because it's set to expire following next year. I think they get a deal done, but who the hell knows? Knowing the NHL, you might have another lockout because that's what the NHL does best. They love their lockouts. Actually, if anything, baseball's probably going to have a lockout, but it's time to tell. It's too early to tell there, really. So far, we have about 240 here. Terrell Bernard has been extended 4 years, $50 million. So that's actually a decent little piece of work there. David Pagnotta, once again, such is life. Such is life. Let's see now. Yep, Johnson, same age as Mikko Rantanen. So Mikko Rantanen's agent, he's probably popping the bubbly later tonight. Did some fine work there. Very fine work. Updates, nothing too crazy. I'm just going to take care of some peeing for the trade deadline-ish. I'll be back. Give me 1 second, kids. 1 second. Sorry. Do take care of some business there. What kind of nasty rumors are you spreading in chat? I hope they're good rumors. Ooh, Luka Doncic to the Kings. Chair going to that. Yastin Matthews to Utah. Ooh, Sidney Crosby to the Kings. Ooh. Everyone loves me some fake trades. Fake trades are the best, dude. Russell Wilson to San Jose. Chair to the Sharks. Oh, come on. That Chair doesn't go to the Sharks. He goes to the Hurricanes. Come on. Crosby to Chicago. Soto to the Blue Jays. Fun stuff. Aiden Troy, what was McFarland smoking trading for Nelson? You mean Brock Nelson? Or are you thinking of a different Nelson? I don't know, but like I said, it's I couldn't tell you, man. See, Deech for 10. If Noah would have traded Maverick, he would have been burned at the stake at Victory Plaza. Well, it was either him or Stankoven. That's the reality of the situation. Tom Wilson to the Pens, Seaton to the Leafs, good Branson to the Thrashers. Kind of wish good Branson to the Thrashers. Jeez. All right. Let's do a little update here. Christian Martinez for 10. Hey, Tree, which NHL superstar is more likely to be moved before the deadline? P.S. May the Pens tank commence. Yes, sir. Tanking time in Pittsburgh. We're tanking. We're tanking. Good stuff. I believe there are a couple big pieces that might potentially be moved. Brad Marchand is a piece that they're looking at, as well as Braden Shen, not really a superstar per se. Zegras and Besser, potentially. O'Reilly has been looked at it being moved. Ricard Raquel, not really a star per se. Ferraro and Byram. Byram is more or less kind of the starish per se, but John Gibson might be your big piece. But who knows what happens from here. Once again, we have about 13 minutes until the trade deadline. That does not mean the trades stop coming in. It just means the trades, you can no longer mention trades. You just have to put it through the NHL. It's one of those situations. Fun times. So you have a bunch of GMs scrambling, playing hardball right now. Who gets rid? Please, for the love of God, someone trade 3 first-round picks for Ricard Raquel. Actually, a couple decent prospects too. Who knows? Well, here's the thing, Drew, as well. Taxes. They might be higher in North Carolina. No income tax in Dallas. It's also been pretty bad there. Yeah, I mean, Dom, I agree. A second-round pick for Anthony Beauvillier. That's the kind of market we're in right now, boys. And this is the Wyatt Johnson deal. Like, that's a really good value. As well as he's going to cash in free agency, too. The good stuff there. All right. Come on. Come on, Pens. Give me some deep tanking. I want tanking. So here is the Pens haul right now. This is with the Shen deal, not including the Cody Glass deal. 4 firsts, 6 seconds, 7 thirds, 3 fourths, 4 fifths, 3 sixths, and 3 sevenths. We're tanking, baby. We're tanking. Let's go. Well, we're not tanking yet, but it's, yeah. Let's see what Dubas does with it. Maybe he gets rid of a few deals like that. No. Anything else going on right now? No, just more pieces of comments like a minor league flip. Nothing too crazy. We have about 10 minutes left. 10 minutes. And counting. Get your paper together. Arrow Flambe for $5. Solo Tree Stream. Sent a DM. Recorded a rambling analysis on teams meeting Gene T at the Combine. Happily finally able to make the jump and make something. I did see that. I haven't had the time to watch that yet, buddy, but... Dude, as once again, congratulations for making the jump, dude. Once again, just get started somewhere and build from there. That's my Personal recommendation to anyone who wants to get into the video stuff. We'll see. Hey, nothing wrong with some good brain rot. I like brain rot. My entire, like, thing is brain rot. It's all brain rot. So this is more or less Norris and Cousins. It's, as I said, it's just... Got more or less working Norris and Bernard Docker. This is a while ago. Vakanainen, Jake Wallman. Once again, Wallman with a solid piece there. More or less, just we're in the waiting game right now, boys. We are in the waiting game. Take a few questions. James Lindsley, not hockey related, but did you see Manny Ramirez's son help lead Brazil back to the World Baseball Classic? Dude's only 19 and has a bright career ahead of him. I didn't realize Manny Ramirez's kid was that old already. Jeez. Yeah, we're old. We are truly, truly, truly old. Very old stuff. Oh, Mason 11, Vegas Golden Knights just tweeted hi. What kind of deal are they making? I think they're going to be in play for someone. If the Golden Knights said hi, we'll see. Because... oh, Lord. I think they got something up their sleeve. If they're doing that stuff, it's either a great troll or they are planning something big. Well, because when Vegas gets involved, there's fireworks. Remember last year, no one expected them to get Tomas Hertl. Lo and behold, Tomas Hertl. And he's been pretty good. Just putting it out there right now. Are they getting Brad Marchand to Vegas? Is this confirmed? Or is it Raquel? Who knows? Sully Griffin for 5. Tree, thanks for all the laughs over the years buzzing about my Liverpool winning the Premier League and hopefully winning the Champions League WNYA. Doofly, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, Sully. And Lightning Guy. Tampa Bay Lightning really throwing away first-round picks left and right to win their 4th cup. They are living the LA Rams motto of fuck their picks. Here's the reality of it, though. Tampa Bay, they haven't really had many first-round picks. And they just posted Vegas Golden Knights saying hi. So, Sunoi, I miss Hertl, too. He's a damn good player. But, as well, here's the thing. Your core's aging. Your best defensemen are 34 and 35. Those 3 first-round picks wouldn't have been ready by the time you guys were in your prime. So, they're putting it in now. They loaded up on Gensel. They do have some solid middle 6 forwards. Yanni Gordon knows the system. He's a solid player. Bjorkstrand fits in perfectly in the second line. We'll see. BJ Blazkowicz, I hope they trade Raquel. He's at peak value right now, man. Who knows? Somebody will probably blow their socks off. Well, Asbestos, who knows if what happens? They might flip Juracek. Who knows? Oh, Jason Beneke, what jersey am I wearing? I'm wearing the old Jordan Stalzy jersey from the old Winter Classic. I got it at an auction like a couple years ago. So it's pretty big, but at the same time, I thought it was fitting because the Penguins are deep in their tank. This is a beautiful time, man. Also works as a jersey if I go to Pens games. So I've used that a couple times before. Well, Sergeant Omega, they made a good deal for Dumoulin. They got rid of that contract, got a second and a prospect out of it, so who knows. David Rodriguez, Beauvillier still has some juice. He's a solid 4th liner. He has 12 goals this year, so the fact that he got a second-round pick is incredible. Big Hurt, this song is from Sonic CD. It is Wacky Workbench. So that's the tongue, man. It's from Wacky Workbench. Well, Jacob C., I think something's happening right now. That's why Vegas said hi. I think something's happening. We will see. What are they planning? What are they planning? James Lindsley for 5. Predators and Titans being terrible. I can only be so erect. Keep up the good work, Trotz and Amy Adams Strunk. Oh, don't get me wrong. I think that's how everyone is, all their rivals. Beautiful stuff. I have to reload again. Garrison Fuentes. I'm not sure if you saw my chat earlier, but thoughts on the Pens trade and Stars being odds for favorites of the Cup. I believe I answered this earlier, but I mean, the Pens are tanking. The reality is the Pens are tanking. It is just one of those things there. It's, Mohar, the thing is, I just need a Pens shirt. It's one of those things. I have like a couple Pens playoffs t-shirts, but I don't think they would have worked. What I really need is a Rico Fata or Konstantin Koltsov jersey. Rest in peace, Konstantin. But, dude, those were the epitome of the tank years. Beautiful years. Oh, hold on. This is getting a little jarbled here. Whoops. There we go. Better. 5 minutes left until the deadline, folks. 5 minutes. Sorry, 4 minutes. Just changed to 4. Hold on to your butts. Hold on to your butts. Lots of stuff happening right now. B22. Jim No knows what he's doing. Cup coming to Dallas. That's why he signed Matt Dumba to that contract, as well as Labushkin. Okay, sure. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. Oh, James Cook, Wyatt Johnson. That's a great extension for Dallas. Incredible stuff. And Jordan Fadeaway, who was involved in the Coyle trade, he's going to Colorado for a, I believe, Zenner, a third-round prospect. A second, and Casey Middlestad. 5th round pick is also going to Boston. Or to Colorado, I should say. Hold on here. Hold on. So, let's see this update. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. Oh, wait, that's on that. Smitty's here. That's Brock Smith. I'm trying to look at what the deals are right now. Trying to look at some deals, because Raquel going to the Canes and Marshand to, I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to see what the deal is. Raquel going to the Canes. Ooh. Raquel going to the Canes. Oh, please. Dude. Here we go. Chris Johnston. This is your updated report from The Athletic. Not seeing anything. Don't lie to me. Damn it, don't lie to me. Penguins legend Luke Schenn. Beautiful. Best number 2 in Penguins history. So beautiful. So beautiful. New renderings for the Athletics ballpark. It's not AI, shockingly. Well, hopefully they'll actually get it done instead of just being in Sacramento. So, who knows? The secret is there aren't going to be that many Athletics fans in Vegas. It's just going to be opposing teams' fans. And a random Sonny Gray jersey. Nice touch, at least. I mean, you could at least have a Miguel Tejada jersey or something. I don't know. Let's see here. Trying to see what else is going on here. 1 minute remaining in the deadline, kids. 1 minute left. Everything get ready. Get ready, my friends. 1 minute remaining. I don't have a clock, but who knows? 1 minute. 1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute. 1 whole minute. Can't load super chats for whatever reason. Okay, here we go. We're back. And Jerry Nunez for 2. Any moves from the Kings? I believe they made 1 move. I believe. And it is now 3 o'clock. Everyone pencils down. It is over. Any moves made will now be trickling in over the standard period. Speaking of the Kings, Andrei Kuzmenko is now going to the Kings. So more depth for the forward core. Update from Saravalli, Joel Armia, and David Savard are staying in Montreal. They are not moving. So they are staying put. And confirmation, Armia and Savard staying put. So Montreal really didn't do much. Montreal's in a weird limbo too. So if you actually look at... hold on now. Look at their standings. They're in the mosh pit. So they're in the assumption that they can make a run and potentially make the playoffs. So that's why they're keeping Armia and David Savard, despite them being free agents. Armia, I feel like he's been around forever. As weird as it sounds. Yeah, he hasn't, but it's... As I said, it's just... He's lingered around for a long time as a third-line forward. Decent bit of work. And then Bergevin brought in Savard in that really ill-fated quest to try and win another cup. He brought in, Mike Hoffman, too. Moment of silence for Mike Hoffman, too. He hasn't been back in the NHL. Yeah. Yeah, he used to be good, and then his wife went off the deep end, so... I'm not going to get further into that because that was kind of heinous what she did, but who knows? Who knows? James Lindsley for 5 bones. Wait, Marchand's going to Florida? Marshand to Florida. Oh, shit. Where is this? The Rat is going to Florida. Yes, last-minute possibility from Friedman. Brad Marchand traded to Florida. The Rat joining the Rats. It's poetry. It's poetry, if that's the truth. But that is a maybe. Who knows what's going on? Ooh. Well, Tyrone states the Rat King is just like a rats that can't untie their tails. That's pain for Toronto if that's true. And Scott Powers reporting Ryan Donato remaining with the Blackhawks through the deadline. Besser not traded either. So they're going to see. Well, Willie the Kid, I'm surprised they didn't trade Besser, but who knows? And James Lindsley, how has Nico Harrison and Jerry Jones not been Mussolini through the streets of Dallas yet? At least they have the stars. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Nico Harrison's about at that point. Dallas has had a fucking nightmare season. So who knows? But yep, here's the updated point from Elliot Friedman. Brad Marchand potentially traded to Florida. Patrick Maroon is staying put. Chicago hasn't really done much of anything except trade Mrazek. Who knows? Who knows? But that's the main piece happening right now. So we'll see what goes on. Hold on to your butts. Brad Marchand could be in play. Yep. Besser has been held. No moves. Donato staying put. Maroon staying put. Armia and Savard staying put. No update on anyone else just yet. So who knows? So we are seeing right now no updates on the markers just yet. Well, Tyrone states they paid a hefty price for that third line center. So RBTV, nothing yet on Raquel. Nothing yet there. Dakota, dude, if somebody's trading a shitload for Raquel, hey, more power to him. Daijubu, I'm a fool for it, but string training got me drinking Rockies Youth Movement Kool-Aid. My modest dreams will be dead by June, but I'm having fun again. Well, the thing too, it's you have no pitching still. That's the problem. They didn't do anything in free agency, so yeah, it's gonna be another rocky season. Hey, at least you have the best bar in Colorado. And Crew Kid 52. Over the last bit, I've been wondering what's happening with the Oilers, but then I remembered they hired Bowman and deserved nothing nice. They did make a trade. They have acquired Jake Wallman for a conditional first. So there is that. Anything else yet? No, this is an update from last night. Jim Nill doing his thing. Yeah, as I said, it's if Vegas is doing that, oh boy. Oh boy. Not looking forward to that. Russo has reported Wild are done for the day. So it's Hinostroza, Nyquist, and Brazo. You're not getting anything else. So who knows? Zucker has been extended too, FYI. So he is out of the play. Let's see what they do. Who knows? Come on, I'm hoping for a Raquel deal, please. Let's see here. Apparently, James Myrtle says they're not worried that the Leafs may not be done. Who knows? Still a lot happening. There are a handful of noteworthy deals coming in over the next few weeks, according to Cam Robinson. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's been confirmed. Brad Marchand is going to the Florida Panthers pending a trade call. All hail the Rat King. I'm going to need a minute, boys. I'll be back. Brad Marchand. Here's a Panther. End of an era in Boston, boys. Brad Marchand. And it's been officially updated. Toronto, you're in hell. It is confirmed by Friedman. Marchand to Florida is happening. Any updates else? I'm trying to think. Ah, come on. Penguins aren't trading Raquel? Boo! 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 Come on, you should have traded Raquel. We would have had a huge haul. Come on. Boo! 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 T-Bell, nothing from Vancouver. I believe Besser is staying put. Oh, Reese Capo. Oh, dude. Crew Kid 52. Jared Brussel. To avoid a lockout, the NHL and the PA started talking on the CBA a month or two ago, which is much sooner than they normally start CBA talks. Right. Brendan Carlo. Carlo's going to the Leafs, huh? So another piece moving away for Boston. I mean, he's a third pairing guy, but once again, it's something. What did they give up, though? He's got another year left on the deal, so there has to be some retention, right? He's got 2 years left on that deal. They might have had to pay a king's ransom, if that's the case. So far, nothing else just yet. Insane enough sources. All hail Dubas, king of the draft picks. It should have happened years ago. But nothing yet there. Who knows? Who knows? And Trevor Hawkinson, thoughts on the Flyers deadline? Didn't really do a whole ton. They mostly kept quiet. They got a good return for Lawton, though. So, more or less, they're just trying to keep it there. Yep, I have confirmed it's... Wait, did I miss yours, Beast of Metal? Oh, Beast, I'm actually... I haven't missed yours yet, dude. I'm actually behind. So you're good, Beast. I didn't miss yours. Yeah, I'm way behind. This is George for 5. Besides a trade earlier, the Flyers didn't do anything of note. Then again, I'm still recovering from a Super Bowl victory. Correct. Well, Deathwish, I think yours is a little bit behind too. Yes, you're still in the queue. So that's the problem. Like I am up to 256. So I'll get to everybody. Don't worry. As I said, I just fall behind. So give it time. Trust me. If I miss, just bash me over the head. You're good. And the thing with YouTube, too, is every time I try and reload, sometimes it refreshes and shuffles it up. So, I wish I could just display it on the screen, but what do I know? And this is George. I'm still recovering, as I said. Philly, I mean, you did get a good return for Lawton, George, so that's all good. And Nick Shannon for 5. Should Columbus buy or stand pat and keep leaning on the youth? I believe they've confirmed keep leaning on the youth. So, that's what they're doing right now. They brought in Luke Cunnin, but I believe getting Monahan back will be like an addition. I think that's what they're trying to shoot for. And West Wash for 2. What's preventing the Rangers from getting a proper run right winger? Cap. That's really about it. I mean, hey, Ricard Raquel was available if you wanted to overpay. Death Wish, here you go, buddy, for 5. I would rather try and convince old-ass Darian Natcher out of retirement rather than Matt Dumba being on the ice. Dude, everyone knew that signing was terrible the moment Dumba got signed, too. So I couldn't tell you, Death Wish, man. It's, Dude, they were paying for 2020 Dumba, or 2021 Dumba. Like, he's not that. Price Field for 5. Watch the Golden Knights make a last-minute trade for prospects just to troll. Well, we'll see. They're saying hi, but nothing yet. As I said, Carlo and Marshand are both out of Boston. Boston's selling. They're giving up. They should trade Sweeney and Neely to the Ocean for a non-boys club. Eric Johnson's going home. It's not Jack Johnson, though, but Eric Johnson's going home with the Avs, so there's another piece traded from Philly. Probably not much else. Tyler Thomas. Looks like it's a liquor night tonight. Fuck Trotz. Sorry, Nashville. And Beast of Metal 1989. I hope the Canes win a game past the second round with Raquel on the roster. Really? I hope they win the Cup so he and Freddie Anderson can extend the streak of Cup-winning Norfolk Admirals alumni another year. You mentioned that. I think the thing with Raquel, I believe Pittsburgh's keeping him. I'm not happy about that. I am absolutely not happy. I'm very, very pissed. We needed some bees. And the Sens apparently have a deal that beat the deadline. Carlo going to Toronto. I'm looking there. But Freddie Anderson, the problem with Carolina is their offense. Are they going to have issues or are they going to suffer horrific luck like they've done the last couple years? Wait, Fabian Zetterlund's going to the Sens. That's a big piece for Ottawa. Zetterlund's been pretty solid for San Jose. Ottawa gave up a first-round pick, didn't they? Crippling Depression Gaming. No, Boys Club ain't dead yet. The Boys Club will only die when Sweeney and Neely are fired. And Jeremy Jacobs pisses in a pot. and Solnite for 10. I think the Avs overpaid for Coyle. Well, they're trying to do the playoffs. They're doing the all-in push. Kind of like with Brock Nelson. They're trying for veteranism to try and solidify their forward core. That's been a huge issue of theirs all year. Their forward depth has been true problems. That's their thing. Well, Evan Osborne, you're not only going to be able to trade Raquel, you also, Brian Rust, his no movement clause is expiring, so you can trade him too. So who knows? And Jared Russell, we bring out the Jeebus. We need Jeebus because Brad Marchand's going to Florida. Fuck our lives. That's it. No more John Gibson rumors. For the last 3+ years, there have been rumors of him getting traded, only for him to end up not being traded. Yeah, we all say that too. They've been saying it about Zegras for the last 2 years. No confirmed return yet on Carlo and Marchand. So we are still waiting. Caps are officially done for the day. They didn't do much. And they traded a second-round pick for Beauvillier. Yep, Eric Johnson's been confirmed. Brandon Carlo coming back. Brad Marchand is a Panther. They had that shop ready quick. Damn. Let's see here. What is the return? Nothing yet. I'm trying to find it right now. So we do have a few big deals here. Nothing yet. We are in the waiting game still. Good old-fashioned waiting game. Crew Kid 52, someone check on Steve Dangle. All I'm going to say is... apparently, with nothing else going on, for no reason whatsoever, the city of Toronto sank into the earth, never to be seen again. And Beast of Metal. Okay, fuck my first super chat. No, I got to you, man. As I said, I was just way behind. I just hope the Admiral's album makes it onto the cup this year regardless. Might not happen many more times. Well, let's think of some alums, Beast of Metal. As I said, you have Freddie. You have a few other pieces as well, a lot of old Tampa Bay guys, but once again, Tampa Bay did their thing. So we'll see. We'll definitely see, but yeah. And Jared Froman, Toronto has been nutted by the rats. Has been nuked by rats. And we'll see. It's been infested with rats. Edric Jackson holding on to Raquel is certainly a strategy here. As I said, they could trade him in the offseason. So that's the only thing I'm thinking right now. It's FSG probably wants to sell tickets. Such is life. Styrian Dark, I mean, dude, you'd have to trade more than Zegras for Raquel. Zegras has had a really down year. I mean, you'd have to add someone like Zellweger, maybe? It might be, that might be a little too much, but who knows? Oh, big trade. Big trade. The Blackhawks are taking on the Shea Weber contract. The Blockbuster. The Blockbuster's here. It's a 2026 fifth, and Chicago's getting Aku Ratu and Victor Soderstrom. Shea Weber's contract is being traded. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. Shea Weber's contract. Shea Weber's contract has been traded. I'm not joking. Look at this. Shea Weber's contract for Akuratu. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Look, I gotta go to Cap Friendly real quick. How long is Shea Weber still under contract for? Jesus Christ. He has another deal. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's hilarious. Shea Weber, the legend of legends. Anything yet? No. Nothing yet confirmed. Hey, that's not stupid, Juice Urban. Shea Weber is an asset. Well, Pound X, his contract's still active till 2026. Well, the good news is for Minnesota, the Parisi and Suter deals will be expiring after this year. And they're finally there. Soul Knife 20 for 20. Tree, thoughts on the Avs trade deadline? I don't mind it. I think the thing is they want to solidify their depth down the middle. That's been an issue of theirs all season. So that's why you have Charlie Coyle and Brock Nelson. I'm not sure what else is going on there, but who knows? Oh, the Bruins play the Panthers next Tuesday. Oh, shit. Hold on. Apparently, this is, apparently, there's a... In TD Garden? Oh. Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes. Oh, thank God. Panthers, Bruins next Tuesday. Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes. Oh. I can only get so erect. I can only get so erect. I have to post that. I have to post that. Oh. Oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. And it's at TD Garden, too. Oh, that is so great. Well, Stitch, here's the problem. I'm going to the Pens game that night. I can't do it. And Rantanen goes back to Colorado on Sunday. Ooh. He could... Nick Shannon for 2. Dubas is a creature of habit. You know this, Tree. Well, here's the thing, too. It's... With Dubas, he can also trade in the offseason. So that's possibly it. And Johnny683, Kenny Pickett, guys, Super Bowl. Hey, Super Bowl winning quarterback, Kenny Pickett to you, buddy. The greatest quarterback to ever pick. Oh, Henry Jokiharju's going to Boston. Henry Jokiharju, possibly to Boston. So that's probably their Brendan Carlo replacement. Luke Cates, this $5 super chat is more money than the Jets spent this deadline. No, not at all. They got Luke Shen. So who knows? Nothing yet there. Excuse me. Well, Manuel Hernandez, there's still a few trades that can move through. They really kick in until about the end of the hour. So there's a lot happening right now. Hawks 23. This is just me being desperate and thinking that the Kraken are going to buy this deadline. They're probably done. No. The Kraken aren't good. They sold. I mean, they're pretty much done until they can offload that Grubauer deal. And who knows when that's happening. Beast Demel 1989. Fire called dumbass. Raquel just the latest botch. Here's the thing, Beast of Metal. I'm not super hard on him. He got a second round pick for Anthony Beauvillier and got a third for Cody Glass. And he also got a second and a fourth for Luke Shen. So my belief there is there's still a lot going on there. So who knows? So that's my belief there. It's, yeah. Let's go UW for 5. Keeping Raquel and Rust are probably moves to keep Sid happy. The thing with Rust, he is no movement clause doesn't end until this summer. So that's the problem. So someone like Brian Rust, for example, you can't move him unless he has specific approval. Like, Raquel might be for happiness purposes, but with Raquel right now, he has a full no movement clause. But it ends after this season, so come July 1st, he will be able to be traded. And that's when he'll probably go. That is the main thing right there. At least how I'm seeing it. See, Eric Johnson, Zetterlund, Carlo, Marshand, anything happening right now. Yep, Joka Haryu's going to Buffalo. The Shea Weber deal is confirmed. Yep, Giovanni Smith is going to Philly for Eric Johnson. So, Giovanni Smith is going for Eric Johnson. Giovanni Smith, minor league guy, so who knows. And Renard Lavoie, the Fabian Zetterlund trade has been confirmed. It's for Zach Ostapchuk, who had a bit of a scent. Oh, it's the Penguins song. It's great. Ostapchuk, second round pick, has pedigree, but didn't really do much. I mean, he is 21. So, too early to tell. But Fabian Zetterlund is a really solid buy, unless they're getting him as a contract there. Decent middle six guy. So far, nothing else happening right now, but that is the main return. Well, optimistic ace, he probably got the return. They must really love Ostapchuk. Well, Cotton Hill, Canucks are in a weird situation right now. I think they're going to try and extend Besser, but he's going to cost a bit, and he's having a down year. I'm guessing they didn't like the return, and they still think they can make the playoffs. Connor Timmins is going to Boston in the Carlo trade, so Connor Timmins, okay. That makes sense. They're just trying to get younger. Who did Buffalo dump this year? Dylan Cousins. He's been traded for Josh Norris in a hockey trade. Yeah, Marshand to Florida that's a heel turn. That's John Cena heel turn right there. Blitz the Spartan late to the party, but why are the Canes trading for futures if they're in a win now mode? They're afraid of a Jake Gensel situation. They weren't able to re-sign Mikko Rantanen or Jake Gensel, so they don't want the same thing happening with Mikko Rantanen. So they got Logan Stankoven in 2 firsts and 2 thirds, which is a downgrade from what they traded away, but they just needed to get something. They're just deathly afraid of it. They're living in their fears is the best way to describe it. And Rantanen didn't really work out there, so who knows. Well, Garrison Fuentes rating for the deadline, I give it a B. I mean, especially if the Marchand deal goes out, maybe another big trade or two can boost it to an A, but who knows. It's not Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis. We're not having any of those deals. I mean, I'm trying to think. We haven't really had one of those deals since I think Matthew Tkachuk. I'm going to be quite honest. Well, Westwash, 97. What the fuck made Weber first ballot Hall of Fame anyway? Grit and tenacity, baby. And he was damn good. That too. Paul Jackson, do you think the Browns will trade Myles Garrett? Let me tell you about Myles Garrett. And I'm going to redo one of my old things for this. So, Vegas, you doing anything, or are you just doing this to troll? It might just be to troll. Here it is. Myles Garrett recently requested a meeting with owner Jimmy Haslam, who declined to speak amid Garrett's trade request. So, Cleveland is refusing to discuss a trade, and Garrett's preparing to miss games. It ain't good. I don't think they're going to trade him, and it's probably going to be traded for nothing. The Browns is the Browns. Really about it. Yeah, unfortunately, they were trolling. Echo Knight for 5 bones. I know it happened Wednesday, but what do you think of the Tampa deal? I like it. Here's the thing. You do get Yanni Gourde, who's in that system, solid energy guy, plops in your third line. Bjorkstrand plops in your second line. Tampa Bay's going for it the next couple years. That's the main belief right now. I mean, the times now, your best defenders are in your mid-30s. Vasilevsky's 30. Most of your core's nearing 30. So they're thinking, okay, times now. We have Isaac Howard coming in from the minor league system. Rocking from there. But we'll see. Haterade for 5 Canadian. If the Canucks get in the playoffs, they are getting bounced like a lacrosse ball. Oh, yeah. It's like that Detroit mid-2010s where they make it and then they just get the shit beat out of them. Such is life. We have 20 games left for each side. Devils might be in trouble. I know they're adding pieces, but with no Jack Hughes, it might get interesting. All right, here's the main trade from Elliot Friedman. Fabian Zetterlund, Robbins in a fourth are going to San Jose. Zach Ostapchuk, Zetterlund, Robbins in a fourth are going to Ottawa. While Ostapchuk, Noah Gregor, and a 2025 second round pick is going to San Jose. So Noah Gregor is going back to San Jose. It's reunions everywhere, man. Who is Robbins? Is it Bobby Robbins? No, it can't be Bobby Robbins. Tristan Robbins? Yeah, I think Tristan Robbins is the guy that's going. Hasn't really panned out. I think that might be the reason why. But Noah Gregor. But they're also getting a second. I think that's the big piece there. But Noah Gregor, former Shark, welcome home, buddy. Ostapchuk's your big piece, though. Like, he's the guy that's going to run there. Jokiharju, he's probably the replacement for Carlo, just as a half-hearted buy-ish. Jokiharju's only 25, which is odd to believe. I remember when they thought he had upside back then Buffalo traded for him. He's just done nothing. He just stalled out. I remember that back in the day. That was an interesting time. Yeah, Aku Ratu, he'll probably get a look, I'm guessing. Who knows? Atu's brother. To let you know, Soderstrom, he was a former first-round pick, hasn't really done much. Maybe they bring him back. Who knows? That's more or less my belief there. Trying to see if there's anything else going on right now. Anything from Mr. Weeks? Nothing there. Yeah, Maple Leafs didn't get Marshand, Mr. Weeks. Nothing there. Wait. They're trading Fraser Minten? So SEC, full Rantanen trade. If I could look this up right now. Yeah, that is way too much. Way too much for Brandon Carlo. But more pieces are coming apparently. But still, Fraser Minten, that's that was one of your better prospects. Like, I know he's still like he's 20 though, but. Okay. You do you. Wait, if Boston's getting a first too? They're giving up a first, a prospect, and there are multiple trades involved. They have to be getting something else besides Carlo in return, right? Yeah, there has to be a first coming, right? There has to be something else coming to Toronto, right? Okay. If Boston's getting that for Brendan Carlo, yeah. Who knows? Beach, Florida for 2. Steve Yzerman was completely inept again. Hey, if you can give up Jake Walman for future considerations in, yep. No extension for Besser in Vancouver. Canucks are done. So, yeah. Well, SEC, it's Minton's 20. That's the thing. Well, yeah, man. I don't think Marshand's going to Toronto. Well, the Isles, they traded Brock Nelson. So who knows? Satan of sources for 5. Pens in the great tank for Gavin McKenna next season. I don't get all the Dubas hate. We knew this was how it's going to be after Rutherford Hextall. The problem is, like, the Pens still tried to compete their first year because FSG wanted them to sell tickets. That's the problem. And not just that, it's also there are a lot of Toronto fans that are still pretty pissy about Dubas because he didn't win a cup. For those of you keeping score at home, by the way, I'm going to say this real quick. Let me get my media out here. Let's nah, crap. I have to scroll down because it's a retweet. See, this is the trade that broke Boston.
Bench. Now it's given away. Jarvis, shot, he scores! Taking advantage of a miscue with 18.6 left. Seth Jarvis, no mistake. And Carolina takes a 3-2 lead.
Sorry, I have to ramble here. Everyone loves him killing off the Bruins. It's beautiful, beautiful stuff.
What a magical...
No, everyone loves just destroying. It's truly stuff there. Truly stuff. Truly. Beautiful. Seth Jarvis. Update on the Sens Sharks trade. Yes, there have been trades. Ostapchuk is going, as well as Noah Gregor in a second. So I'm guessing the second is what they go for, because Ostapchuk has been... Yeah, because Ostapchuk is, he's got a chance of being an AHLer, but he's not going to be a star. It's strange. Nothing on Yokoharu and Marshand yet, so we're still waiting on those returns. There's got to be something else coming here, right? Because there's no way they just... It's just that for Carlo. Raquel stayed put in Pittsburgh. Boo. Boo. Wait, that was a Crosby TSN thing, huh? I don't know. Yep, ESPN's confirming Brad Marchand to the Panthers. Carey Price, I believe, is still around. Let me take a look. Let me take a look if Mr. Carey Price's contract's still around. If Puckpedia wants to react, but I think it's just so overloaded that it's crashing the servers. Alright, here we go. Yeah, he's got one more year left on his deal. But he had an 8-year deal at the time, so... They're just going to let him sit on the LTIR, make his pay, and call it from there. Injuries, man. Happens every time. Yager to the Jets. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Truly the most beautiful stuff. Canes are done of the day. So the Canes are officially done. Nothing else just yet. We're still waiting on the Jokiharju return and the Marshand return. So who knows? Looks like those are the last few deals that need. Yeah, Grizzlick is apparently still a Penguin too. I thought Grizzlick would probably get a return, but who knows? Okay. Shots fired by the governor of North Carolina, too. If the Canes were getting for the playoffs what they got these last 13 games, that is for the best. Oof. Jeez. Woof. I'm saving that for Haters Guide. The Devils are apparently adding one more player. It's probably a minor leaguer, but who knows? Yeah, they're just finalizing pieces right now, but... Wait, so the Pens have acquired Connor Timmins from Toronto. Wait, I thought Timmins was going to Boston. The Pens have made a trade? Maybe? I'm not sure. So, Connor Timmins is now a Pen. I guess this is Dubas enjoying his men, I guess. I'm not sure. Couldn't tell you. James Lindsley. How long until Cleveland trades 4 firsts and Myles Garrett to Baltimore for Justin Tucker? Give it a couple years. Give it like 3 years. That might do it. And Nick Shannon, all-time dangle crash out. Oh, dude. Please tell me he's live. I want to see this when I'm done. Oh, it'd be so great. I can't wait to see this, dude. Well, RWB Zona, remember, they rode high on Twitter. So who knows what's happening. Yep, Jackson, exactly. We're still waiting on the Marshand line. And Gabich 4000. Wow, the rat line of Marshand, Bennett, Kachuk. Good luck, everyone else. Well, remember, Kachuk's injured, so he won't be ready until the playoffs. Oh, he delayed his live stream till 4:15. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. It's gonna be something. Well, Timmins is, let's take a look, because Timmins, he's been, yeah, he's had limited sample size, but, as I said, it's probably, to free up space because of the Carlo deal. That is my best guess. And they probably call Pittsburgh like, hey, you want this guy? They'll be like, yeah, sure. And then they trade him as, okay. Probably because they didn't, Luke Shen didn't want to be there. Oh, boy. Yeah, I think Steve Dangle's taking this well. Yeah, it was confirmed Connor Timmins going to El Pittsburgh Arena. Connor DeWar is also going to Pittsburgh too, huh? They're trying to free up space. That's my best guess. Because I remember they traded for Connor DeWar last year. Decent little fourth liner, so I'm guessing they're trying to fix some stuff up. Oh yeah, that's why they're trading him. Yeah. 3 assists in 31 games. He has been on the struggle bus. Is another draft pick coming their way, I guess? I'm not sure what's going on. Because I wouldn't imagine both of those have value if they're trying to free up space. Brandstrom to the Rangers for Nuke. Yeah. Oh, well, Brandstrom's already a Ranger. For Albert Kubel. So Nick Albert Kubel's going to the Sabres, or to the Rangers for Eric Brandstrom. And Brandstrom's been bouncing around. So, any word on Bowen Byram? I think he's staying put. Well, Jets Mets explain the Boston Florida trade. It is ooh. I don't know. I'm trying to think, because, like, in terms... It would be like... I would say... The Packers trading Aaron Rodgers to the Vikings, like, in his late 30s. That would be it. Oh, please, I wish Quinn Hughes were going to the Pens. Ain't happening. Okay, so Evander Kane's not returning during the regular season. I mean, Kane's been injured most of the time. So who knows? So Yuskinen's saying, if I told you what I was offered for Brock Besser, I think you would have run me out of the building because you would not believe me. Well, probably got offered multiple firsts. Sorry, I have to shitpost real quick. Welcome to the madness, boys. Welcome to the madness. Oh, Westwatch97. Sorry, Tree, did you see my Weber question? Asked him what was made a first ballot Hall of Famer because I didn't view him that highly. I did. I think I must have answered it really quickly, Westwatch. I think the thing there, it's, as I said, it's the grit and the tenacity, and he was a really good defenseman. That was the thing there, Westwash. So, I mean, like, with that sort of experience, and he's also a good old Canadian boy. So if we look up Shea Weber real quick. No, I don't want Sheldon Weber. I mean, you have 589 points in 1,000 games. Heavy captaincy. I mean, that's why he's getting in. And he's also a good old Canadian boy. He was a really good defenseman. So I'm not surprised he got it in the Hall of Fame. Totally not shocked at all. Well, Carlo Lord-Rivans, there's apparently more on the way, but the first return is Fraser Mitten. But there's more pieces to come there. No return yet on Marshand, so they're trying to finalize that. There's apparently more coming in the Cody Glass deal. There's more coming in the Cunnin deal. Okay, so it's a three-way deal. Here's what's happening. The Leafs are getting Brendan Carlo. The Bruins are getting a first in Fraser Mitten. And the Pens are getting Timmins and DeWar. And there's retention. Brendan Carlo better be fucking worth it. And they better be getting more. Because that is just... Ugh. Because the Pens have to be getting pieces too, I guess, if they're taking on the DeWar and Timmins deals. Uh-huh. Hold on, is oh, Timmins is a Sioux Greyhound. That makes sense. Timmins is a Sioux Greyhound, and Connor DeWar is not a Sioux Greyhound. So that makes sense. I didn't even realize that. Connor Timmins is a Sioux Greyhound. Kyle Dubas loves him as Sioux Greyhounds. Like, that is his weak spot. He loves him as Sioux Greyhounds. And Jesse M, as an Avs and Lightning fan, I'm happy so far. I thought they've had good deals, especially going all in. Just his life. Yeah, Cobb, Timmins is an ad. Dewar is, he has not done well, so I'm guessing it's just life. Best Player 2011 IFY. Good thing I grabbed the Pens Reverse Retro 2.0 logo to match their on-ice performance. Bring on the tanks. Yeah. Well, Alvarado, this is the Leafs trying to be competitive. But Carlo is... If they think Carlo's going to do anything, I'm not sure. I just... Not for that price. That's way too rich. Like, nothing yet on Marshand. I'm wondering if Samoskevich goes the other way. Maybe a few other guys? Who knows? But Marshand is a huge pickup. But yeah, Vander Kane no longer with us now. Couple updates there. As I said, Timmins is more or less just... It's a Dubas defenseman. And then Connor DeWar is... He's having a bad year. That's what's doing it. They're young, though, so... They'll have a role. He's playing the reigning game right now. Well, Eddie Reinhardt, the question is your goaltending going to hold up? That's the issue. I think they paid way too much, but who knows? Well, James Holling said the trade deadline ended at 3. These are just a few extra pieces that are adding in over time. Fitzgerald press conference pushed until 5:30. Trying to see if there's anything else going on here. If my phone doesn't do anything there. I'm not seeing anything though. Yeah, Marner's not moved. EP40's not being moved. I don't expect them to. So lots of teams are still in the queue for their trade calls, including Dallas. So this is the update from Robert Tiffin. So the NHL, I always feel like That's all I feel it is. It's just an old lady writing notes and just handing it by carrier pigeon. It's like, these things take forever. Apparently there's more? Like, we still haven't figured out the main piece of the Marshand deal yet. We're still waiting on the final of the Carlo. We're still waiting on Gregor Ostapchuk. I mean, this trade's pretty much finalized. Brandstrom for Albert Cobell's pretty much finalized. Gonna shed some of this real quick. So we're looking at this deal right now. So Gibson, not moved. Vladar, not moved. Forsberg, not moved. Provorov, not moved. They're still gonna do it there. Savard, not moved. Gudis, not moved. Ferraro, not moved. Bowen Byram, not moved. Like none of these guys were moved. The only one that was moved was Tanev and Lawton. Like, the NHL, yeah. Thanks, NHL. You knew nothing. Pens gave up a late round pick so the Leafs could shed salary. I think they wanted like that sort of stuff there too, so. Well, I mean, they have a lot of picks, so who knows? And sorry, yep. Daniel Lowry, correct. He will be the longest tenure going to, and it doesn't feel like it. Oh, Stan Bowman's at the podium now, and he looks like shit. He looks like Uncle Fester from the Addams Family. As I said, he looks like Uncle Fester. He just needs a black shirt. Maybe some white dye, and he's good. The morning skate's over. Aho. Still waiting there. Wait, there's a Sens fan who tattooed Josh Norris's face on his stomach. Oh. Ooh. That hurts. That hurts. Well, Lord Revons, I mean, everyone knows the real problem's Neely and Sweeney. Like, firing Montgomery wasn't the issue, it was keeping Neely and Sweeney. Oh, Daniel Sprong's going to the Devils. That's, that is definitely a minor league deal. Sprong is, he's a one-trick pony. Very good offensively, but he has no real defensive instincts. He doesn't have a good two-way game, and, and I said, like, if you're getting this, you have decent bottom six depth, but yeah. Vancouver signed him, he's like, yeah. So, yeah. Oh, sorry, James Lindsley, don't insult Uncle Fester like that. Hey, I'm just saying, don't shoot the messenger, James. Just saying. Ammo, what you missed, we're still waiting on the Marshand deal. Well, tackles and checks. Sprong he's a one-trick pony. That's the problem. James Neal was a one-trick pony, but he did other stuff enough to make up for it. Sprong is just, like, he doesn't play defense. He doesn't really skate. He doesn't do anything. And Nicholas Johnson hoping for a big splash only to get Kuzmenko. Not bad was hoping for Raquel or such. King's season is ruined. I know Brant Clark was potentially on the table, but he is staying put. Maybe he'll get there. Oh, Peter. Somebody who called Ovechkin one-trick pony, they're done. It's truly that. Well, for Sprong, Pittsburgh, Anaheim, Seattle, Detroit, Vancouver, and then Seattle again. This is a sixth team, I believe. Well, cringy, it's not just that, it's also his attitude. Apparently he's very arrogant and ungrateful. He's entitled. I think that's the thing with Sprong. Tell you what, we're waiting a little bit. Fuck it, let's do some Puckdoku. Fuck it. Let's ramble. What we got here? 2 teams played in the season? Ooh, boy. Kinky, kinky, kinky. Mark Arcobello. Wait, no. Different one. Chris Van de Velde. Legend. What? Bullshit! Boo! Fuck you! Fuck you! Come on! Wasn't lame. Not Van de Velde. Brandon Manning. Fuck. What horse shit? Fuck it, I'm resetting this. I'll just call it a 900. I don't give a shit. This is horse shit. This is pure horse shit right here. Chris Creton. Boom. New Jersey. By someone they traded. Nicholas Bergfors. Boom. Colorado. You can also do Quebec. Michel Petit. Boom. Fuck you. 5+ goals in a single playoffs. With that team, though. John Agrodnik. Boom. New Jersey, 5 goals, single playoffs. John McClain. Boom. Philadelphia, 5+ goals in a single season. Let's go with... Well, specified team, that's not Druce then. Tim Kerr. Boom. 1 win in the postseason career. Boom, 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 boom. Steve Mason. Boom. New Jersey, 1 win. Chris Terreri. Boom. Colorado, 1+ win. I mean, you can also do Quebec. So you're also looking at Ron Hextall. Boom. I fucked that up. I'm so sorry, boys. I failed you. I just wanted to burn some time before we do some other stuff here, but just kind of waiting. Yep, Sprong going to New Jersey. Trying to think there. Let's see. Daniel the Beach Bum for 5. Marshand to Florida is absurd. As a Panthers fan, I don't know how to feel about this. At least now I have someone to aim at when we throw our rats on the ice. Wait, it's just a conditional first? Just a conditional first. What's the condition of the first? I'm surprised he didn't get that much, but interesting. It's a second and a conditional first for Marshand. A conditional first. And Sprong gets a 7th. Okay. Yeah. I know Marchand's not having the greatest season right now, but still, I mean, you're looking at a 50-point player. Like, is this the only team he'd waive his no movement clause for? Kind of like a Paul Giroux situation? And they're still going after the Thrashers deal. Woof. Yeah, and Carlo, it's just, yeah, I mean, for a third pairing defenseman, yeah. I mean, that's way too steep, but what do I know? I think that might be it. But, yeah, Marshand is a free agent, that's correct. 49ers, I'm doing okay, man. I'm releasing a video at the end of this stream, so stand by there. While Luke Shen, Marshand still gets a conditional first. Shen just had a second and a fourth. Well, it's not Marshand to Vegas. The problem is it's a Marshand. It's been confirmed by multiple sources he's going to Florida. And Nicholas Johnson for 5. And Brant Clark needs to be given more playing time. If we don't get our offense going, Brock Blake needs to go. It's a boys club in LA. Dude, I would have loved, like, Raquel for Brant Clark. But I don't think he would have had time here. Like, we had the space. Yeah, I think Raquel gets moved in the offseason, same as Brian Rust. So who knows? Well, Saudi, I think, I mean, Marshand, it makes sense. They're just trying to get him a cup, and then they'll probably re-sign him from there. Colby Sherwin, I mean, dude, if you can get a second-round pick for Anthony Beauvillier, a third for Cody Glass, which you had to take picks to take on that contract, and a second and a fourth for Luke Shen, that's decent business. I wish they would have traded Ricard Raquel, but, you have chances in the offseason. Jared Fromm and Don Sweeney should be canned for Sidney Sweeney. Well, hey, Sidney Sweeney's got some nice cans. Just saying, man. And Daniel Barker. So can we get a revisiting the Bruins now? As a Boston fan, hate it, but Sweeney has forced us into a rebuild. Well, I mean, boys club's eating shit, dude. Sweeney and Neely both needed to go, but unfortunately they chose Jim Montgomery, and Joe Sacco ain't doing it. Like, they're not good. They are a bad team, and they are dismantling. Tackles and checks, who you most disappointed with staying on their team? Grizzlick. I thought he would have been traded, but once again, it's probably not enough demand, I'm guessing. It's the only thing I'm thinking of. Well, Tiger 58, it's too early to tell. It depends how Seth Jones and Brad Marchand mesh. So we'll see. Well, you also have pre-draft too. You have to remember that. But I think that's gonna be it. So, otherwise, guys, couple big moves that have happened throughout the day. A lot happening. Brock Nelson going to Colorado. Riley Smith back to Vegas, going home. Dumo to New Jersey. Nashville, I don't know what they're doing. Bjorkstrand and Gord going to Tampa Bay. Trying to load up. Frederick and Jones there. Seth Jones going to Florida on his big contract. Spencer Knight in the first going the other way. Lindgren, the whipping boy, going to Colorado. Jake Woolman going to Edmonton. Great piece of work for San Jose. Beauvillier for his second. Dylan Cousins going to Ottawa for Josh Norris. Luke Shen. Wait, it's a third. I thought it was a second and a fourth. Oops. Brandon Tanev gets a second-round pick. Okay, so here's the situation for Brad Marchand. It's a second in 2027 that turns into a first in 28 if conditions are met. Jeez. Yeah, they're probably going to be rebuilding by that time, so I'm guessing that's why, but yeah, that's, jeez. Also, Mikko Rantanen going to Dallas, signs an 8-year, $12 million per year extension for Logan Stankov and 2 firsts and 2 thirds. Charlie Coyle going to Colorado for Casey Millestad. William Zellers in a second. Peter Mrazek and Craig Smith, the only thing Chicago did for Joe Veleno. Cody Glass going to New Jersey. That is not your Jack Hughes replacement, but what do I know? Marchand, though, going to Florida. That's your big piece. Toronto paid way too much for Brandon Carlo. First in Fraser Minton, and the Penguins got Sioux Greyhound. Fabian Zetterlund going to Ottawa, and probably the surprise of the deal for Austin Gregor in a second. And Shea Weber's legendary contract going from Utah to Chicago. Legendary stuff. Legendary stuff indeed. But otherwise, guys, I think that's going to be the end of me tonight. Actually, one more here. Moe, Bruins still screwing over their son Leafs is wild. Oh. You know they're going to do it, man. It's truly the stuff. Well, I think with Boston, it's one of those situations where Brad Marchand had a full no movement clause. He could dictate where he could go. I think that's the thing. Because if you look up Marchand, he's got a modified no trade clause. Oh, wait, I thought it was a full no movement clause. Never mind. So he probably dictated where he wanted to go, and they probably did solid by him to win a cup. I think that's the thing. And it's probably also no retention. But, yeah, that's about it there. But, otherwise, guys, pleasure meeting with you. Have yourselves a great night and a good weekend. I'm releasing a video right after this stream, so, truly the stuff of legends. Toronto sinks into the abyss yet again. Have a good night, guys. See you around.